2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And tonight it'll be Seattle going up against the 76ers. For Philadelphia,
good evening and welcome to before the act.
Guys, you told.
Thank you, David. Look, I'm assuming as we move closer to the start of the playoffs, these teams now, these individual players really feeling the physical toll of the regular season.
Yeah, especially the guys that play quite a bit during the regular season, that play big minutes, your starters and main rotational players. And quite honestly, nobody's 100% healthy, but the teams that prevail best are deep and have avoided injuries and have done a really good job of taking care of their bodies and finding opportunities to rest during the season, whether it be in practice situations or in game situations.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Victor Oladipo is out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's Tatum. Then it's Jay Crowder. And it's Thompson in at the center. And Lillard kicks to Gortat. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Gortat's got the opening field goal of the game for Seattle. The screen from Thompson. Oladipo against Matthews. Oladipo goes in. Matthews with the steal. About a minute played so far here in the first. Dishes it to Porter to the wing right side. Gortat, the pass to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Matthews. Off target at the rim.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Rose dishes to Oladipo. Rose with the ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Fires from deep. That one doesn't drop. Seattle goes the other way with it. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the rope.
Yep, exactly. And it also stretches that defense out a little bit, expands the floor for you, and makes things really hard for the defenders when you space and stretch them like that.
Now here's Porter. He's covered closely. And last season, Greg, you heard a lot of names brought up for most improved player in the league, and Otto Porter was one of them.
I mean, and I think for Porter, the change came when he just felt more comfortable from deep in terms of shooting. He always had a solid mid-range game, but now he looks comfortable from deep and has become one of the bigger threats we have in the league. And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Rose kicks to Oladipo. Tatum wide open. He fires one. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, I think the defense got really lucky there. I mean, you can't afford to give up wide open shots from deep.
The pass to Matthews. Back to Lillard. There's a screen by Gortat. A three from Matthews. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Matthews has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, you got to be aware of that quick trigger finger of Wesley Matthews now. When he gets a good pick, he's letting it fly.
Tatum kicks to Thompson. A wide open look here for Oladipo. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
And it's Gordon missing. The 76ers trail by 6. Pulls up. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
and that's the role they want for Rose, getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Now here's Lillard. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Gortat. The pass to Porter. Offensive rebound. Gordon dishes to Lillard. A second chance effort, and the layup is up and in.
And, you know, Damian Lillard has such a quick release. Excellent at getting his shot up and over the defense inside.
Now Rose. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. There's the pick. The screen from Thompson. Rose kicks to Oladipo. His three-pointers off the mark. And so it's Seattle with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We've got more in store for you right after this. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the... And so here is Philadelphia. 6-point game. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Derrick Rose is out there with Oladipo. Then it's Jay Crowder. Then it's Tatum. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. There's Porter at the 3. Here's Gortat. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
And at the offensive end, Gortat probably doesn't get his due. He's got a lot of moves, and he can finish with either hand. And his work on the offensive glass is more than capable.
All free throws good from Marcin Gortat.
And it's the little things that Marcin Gortat is so good at that helps you at that center position. His awareness of space, strong in the pick and roll, and also a solid finisher at the rim.
Here's Oladipo. Got a hand on it. Outside Matthews. Left side, Porter. To the right side. Lillard from outside. Gortat, the pass to Matthews. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Matthews has got 5.
Boy, the muscle and strength of Matthews, really impressive, Kevin. Great at scoring even while getting bodied up by the defense.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And with Gortat, it's those little things like setting timely screens or Greg moving to open up room for others that make him so valuable.
And Kevin, he is deadly in the pick and roll. One of the best screeners in terms of his effectiveness to create space. And usually he's near the top of the league in terms of baskets that are created off of his screens.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
Now, here's Lillard. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. No coverage that time. Gordon's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, I like the confidence here. Gordon is excellent at realizing when he has room to shoot, even before he has the ball. That's what we call seeing a play ahead.
Back to Rose. Looking to end the run. The shot that time, not on target. Nice D from Porter. Matthews dishes to Lillard. At the elbow, it's Gordon. Shoots over Crowder, and it's Gordon missing. The 76ers trail by 15. Out left to the wing. Fires from the corner. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Oladipo. Tatum's got his second basket.
You got to respect the basketball IQ of Tatum. I mean, when the defense is not guarding him tightly, he's going to shoot that ball off the catch.
Porter kicks to Gortat. They set the pick. The shot by Lillard, wide open. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Oladipo, the pass to Thompson. Now here's Tatum. Guarded by Porter. Tatum kicks to Crowder. And And it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfect.
The 76ers trail by 13. And Oladipo kicks to Rose. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's on Damian Lillard.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? You'd love to see him return to that form.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And so it's Seattle holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, y'all, welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jets checking out Seattle. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch. Barbecue chicken alert. Make good entry passes.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows. The 76ers trail by 11. Clark, when you look back at your terrific career, who is the one player that you considered your toughest opponent to go up against?
There were a couple of guys. Bernard King from the New York Knicks, because we saw them a handful of times a year, and he was just such a phenomenal scorer and a relentless worker offensively. He just never gave you a break. I didn't get to see the West Coast teams but twice a year. The Denver Nuggets in the early 80s had Kiki Vandeweghe, Alex English, and Dan Issel, and between those three guys, they were averaging about 80, 81 points a game, and I usually dealt with English or Vandeweghe, and those were long nights because those guys moved the ball, shot it from everywhere, and were excellent offensive players.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Seattle, they've got Gortat, Damian Lillard out there with Matthews. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Porter in at the three.
Cannot give him that much room from mid-range. They got to feel lucky he didn't knock that one down.
Here's Oladipo, and it's Oladipo with the jam.
You know, you got to give it up for Oladipo, being able to maintain his poise and not letting the contact bother him. That's good concentration.
Seattle leading by 10. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Three-pointer, Lillard knocks down the three ball. Lillard's got his second bucket tonight.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
And the 76ers call time here. And Wes Matthews, known as a two-way player. Clark, which aspect stands out to you the most? His offense or his defensive game?
Well, I think it's his offensive game from the standpoint of making the three-point shot. He's become a laser out there, and defensively very competitive, takes the challenge. He's rugged and tough and plays with the edge of a guy who wasn't drafted. Offensively, he can post you up a little bit, too.
Ball's knocked loose, out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And a quick look at how things have been since the All-Star break, checking out the three-point shot ratio for Seattle. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Here's Oladipo. No good on that one. Good D by Matthews.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Passes it to Gordon. Off target from outside. The 76ers trail by 13. Outside Rose. Back to Oladipo. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. The screen from Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Tatum knocks down the three ball. Tatum's got 7.
And, you know, Tatum has a motor that's always revved up, and he's excellent at using screens.
Lillard outside. Over Rose. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see which teams made the most of their opportunities on the offensive glass this month. Fifth on the list, the 76ers.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And, guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
And that one's good. Lillard.
The ability of Gordon to set brick wall picks really creates some easy scoring opportunities for his teammates.
The 76ers trail by 12. The screen from Thompson. Outside Rose. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And it's really all about the evolution of Derrick Rose, finding out how to be more effective at this stage of his career. And, you know, I think he's done a good job of not relying on his outside shot as much. Still can attack and get to the rim, and it's starting to lead to better results.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Tatum dishes to Rose. There's 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Oladipo. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. For Rose, the outside shot was something that never really recovered after his injuries, Greg, but he is still a dangerous scorer without that tool.
One of the better finishers still at the rim in the league in terms of guards. His decision to go inside more helped bump that field goal percentage up last season. Not everyone can adjust their game, but Rose managed to do it seamlessly.
Gordon a screen. And Matthews kicks to Porter. Gordon with the screen for Porter. Misses. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Seattle ahead. They're up by 11. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Here's Lillard. Taking a look at the 76ers. Tristan Thompson is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Tatum in at the 3 slot. Oladipo against Matthews. Can't hit from 12.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And Oladipo kicks to Rose. Oladipo against Matthews. Oladipo misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
You always say it, Clark, so much of the game is played inside your mind, between the ears, in your head. Which players jump out to you as being some of the smartest players on the floor?
Kevin, there are so many guys that fall into that category. LeBron James is at the top of the list for me because of how he impacts the game in so many ways at both ends of the floor, and his size and athleticism make him unique. Chris Paul, another guy who has great awareness on the court.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Exactly, man. Come on. You got to be physical down there. There's got to be some intensity and some physicality on the board.
And the 76ers call time here.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. He said, we've come this far. Now we've got to give everything left to get this one. and we can do it. So go out there and do it. Guys, we'll see what they can do.
And, you know, it's hard to keep pace with Matthews, especially in transition because he's got such speed.
The screen from Thompson. To the middle, off the screen. That's good, and the Seattle lead is cut down to 11 points with that bucket from Oladipo.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Porter, a screen on Oladipo. There's a screen by Gortat. And Lillard kicks to Gortat. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way and finished off by Oladipo.
The point's right there, Kevin, a product of Oladipo's defensive work. Once he comes up with the steal, he's ready to get into transition right away.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his third assist on the night. Thompson, a screen on Lillard. Rose passes to Oladipo. The shot, no good. Good D by Matthews. There's a screen by Gortat. Lillard outside. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And, you know, the Sixers were heavily criticized for the so-called process, enduring the pain of losing big. People forget the prior decade when the team tried to contend, only won a single playoff series.
And Clark, it's true the Sixers were a team long stuck in the middle. Does that help explain why they employed such drastic measures to rebuild?
I think so, Kevin. Clearly, they tried getting there the usual way when you try to develop players and maybe add a key free agent here or there, and it didn't quite work. And the process was Plan B. And that process has really started to pay some dividends, so I don't blame them for trying it.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Seattle.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Marcin Gortat.
Oh, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
Oladipo, good.
Well, the explosive nature of Oladipo's drives to the rim are incredible. Hard for any defense to keep him from attacking the way he does.
Rose against Lillard. So no problem for Seattle as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.